Okay, I believe ads should be done on the Twitch side. Hello, everybody. My name's Kieran. Welcome back in to... Oh, did everything break? Oh, today's just been a disaster. Let's just leave it at that. I'm also a little sick, so don't mind. But yes, we're still on volume 2 for .hackg last Recode. And I may have to restart the game again. I'm still not 100% certain yet. But just if you guys are curious about some of the behind the scenes efforts that I normally go through with everything, oh, now my controller wants to work fine. I was having issues literally up until just now. I love technology. I really do. Yeah, I was having issues with my controller, like probably up until like just a few seconds ago. Don't know if I just needed to get into a game or the like, but it's fixed now. Not gonna question. And I do apologize again for the coughing. It's gonna be a good amount of that for the probably this week's of streams, and then from there I should be good by the time that we really get into the meat of volume 3. Because I think you guys should already know that it is about time for us to sorry, I read that first line from Andrew's email, and that actually took me for a loop. That is crazy. See, the problem is that I need to engage with see, it's the easiest way you can tell like what tends to be the more likely to be the more correct choice with the greeting cards and what Haseo should be picking for each one. Unfortunately, it's the ones that typically are a lot more positive and engaging, and that tends to be the optimal choice. Whether I agree or like it is something completely different. But why don't we go on ahead, and you guys already see that Salvador Ihara is unconscious. So that makes you wonder what happened during phase 6.
Hey, how you been? Salvador Ihara's Online Jack!
These have all been so interesting. Maybe it's just because the online world is just, we only have so much of it.
3, 2.
Hello to all you Online Jack viewers. Thanks for watching. My name is Michiru Tajima, and this is a special report.
This is
You know, 6 of my elementary school
Are you kidding me?
were treated here at Takayuma University Hospital for suspicion of having contracted a disease known as Doll syndrome.
This is like they said AO Siri.
Not only from school, but also from other, somewhat related organizations.
They want me to keep quiet in regards to this incident. But for the sake of my students, I'm going to report the truth.
Please take a look at what actually happened here.
Goodness. Actually, I do want to see what happened.
Michiru! You kids leave her alone!
Mr. Ihara!
I
What?
was useful after all. Don't worry, Michiru. I'm right here with you.
Miss Michiru?
What is happening?
Toru Uike, don't tell me you're Sakaki.
The time has nearly come for me to release the great power from the online world to reality in order to change this rotten world.
What? You'd better stop teasing adults like that.
Oh! Oh! I didn't know Sakaki has game like that.
Miss Michiru.
Kids, please, come to your senses. No!
What are you kids doing?
Just when things were about to get fun. Such a boorish crowd.
After that, the children disappeared, and Mr. Aihara was rushed to the hospital.
What was that?
This is not a made-up story. This bruise is proof of what happened. They were so strong, you'd never believe they were children. I mean, how could that happen? Mr. Aihara and myself tracked down the truth and came to a terrible and inescapable conclusion. And so I plead with you, all the parents watching this program, please stop your children from playing these online games. The world is dangerous. This game will control your children's hearts.
That was wild, but I guess that gives you some insight on what's it called? On what happened with Sakaki. Or at least what he was doing kind of in person, and kind of the almost kind of like the power that he has. So that's one of the weirder ones where like where you just I don't even know what else to say. That was just but I don't even know. See, I don't remember watching those when I was like a lot younger, so it was just kind of crazy to see that, and then to see all of the things happen with it. So, the thing that's kind of weird is that with Salvador Comatose, right? There was no mention of Sakaki in this thread. That was one other thing that I did want to bring up. And I found that very strange. Also, we can't listen to Truth Whereabouts, unfortunately. It's copyright. That's what I'm trying to say. Anywho, we do have a little bit of a game plan today, right? With how we are gonna kind of handle going about entering these different areas in the world. So we have quite a bit of quests and bosses that we need to take on and take down. As you guys can see, Haseo's level 100. I've been doing a lot off camera. So, we've been working pretty diligently and pretty hard with trying to get everybody all set up for the times ahead. And for right now, I am going to bring Adelie and Entrance with us. The first things first, I do want to kind of check up on Adelie's equipment, because now she can actually equip some of the stuff that I've been holding on to for quite some time. But, let's see. She can take this Simple Fortunes for now. We are going to be taking on a lot of bosses this go around. And it might be there might be some difficulty to it. I kind of, to be honest, I'm not sure with how well or how not well this is going to end up going. There's only really one way to find out. Let's see. For Adelie, I want some defensive materials for her. And yet, I've been doing some grinding, but I really haven't completed all of my preparations yet. Which is why you're kind of seeing, which is why we're kind of just jumping around and checking out some of the different shops and everything just to make sure. I think I like the no interrupt and stuff for Adelie, so I don't have to worry about that. Oh yeah. We can talk about a whole lot of things in between off camera now, but you guys can see I've sold a lot of stuff. We're almost at 1 million GP, which I think is pretty solid. I know for some people they're probably, with one of the guides that I was kind of cross-referencing when it came to making sure that I did a lot for both Volume 2 and Volume 3, they were at 2 million, which was, I thought was crazy. So for Adelie specifically, I'm not sure what I really want for her, because a lot of the weapon ones don't really do too much for her. So we're gonna take a lot of the yeah, I think that'll work. So we're gonna, for Adelie specifically, we're gonna be taking 3 of the healing knowledges, which I believe they do stack. So we'll be able to hopefully take a lot of advantage from we're gonna take a lot of advantage of her healing capabilities. Sorry, I could not think of what I wanted to say. And then Entrance, we've already kind of outfitted. I already outfitted him between streams. So that's one of the other things too. So I think for him, I think going for the cheaper arts and quick skill recharge would be ideal. Okay, I think we have an idea of what I want to use and do. Emphasis on an idea. Goodness. But such is life for how last minute prep goes, right? Okay. So the reason why I wanted to go to Makanu, I believe, is because the materials shop should have a little bit more of some of the stuff that I'm looking for. I always forget kind of where everything is with regards to materials, which is why you end up seeing me back in spots like here. Thinking about how I still need to get 34 more NPCs. That NPC is crazy. Mostly because I felt like I've already gotten so many up to this point. Okay. So let's see. I feel better if I had like I don't know, like 10 of each. Or at least 10 of those. Most of the other materials we've kind of came and gone by, so I'm not too worried about those. But what we're going to be tackling first is going to be maybe the lost weapon battles. This is just mostly because I'm capped out on the Adler keys, and I can't, and it makes no sense to me to do any of the on-field stuff. And that when I can also pick up more keys while I'm on field. I hope that kind of makes sense. So let's see. I will go ahead and gift that to you, Endurance, and then for you, Adelie, I don't necessarily need her to be on like a faster recharge for spell casting. Though it wouldn't hurt. So I think that with that, we should be good to... Oh, I need to give Adelie some weapon ones. Which, actually, it wouldn't matter because we're about to get her lost weapon anyway. So yeah, we'll just give her quick charge with that. Quick charge and the red. There we go. Then Haseo. We'll do something fun. Now, does that reflect our... It does reflect in our price, our skill cost now. So pretty much we have a pretty cheaper build, I guess, where we could actually really really take advantage of our skills because of how little they'll cost. So we'll offer the Adler keys to this phase, the 6th phase. And we're going to fight the sealed beast. And we'll fight this sealed beast. Now, there's a variety of different strats, a variety of different parties that you could go to with regard to some of these battles. But ultimately, we're level 100. And a lot of these sealed beasts are going to be model-wise the same, but the battle strategy and potential implementation might be different.
Let's do it. Got it, Haseo. Bring it on.
So now we are fighting against the Tempt Rejector. So he doesn't have any specific weakness as far as our 3 weapons go. But it still has Rengeki's written all over it. Now, unfortunately, I don't have notes for each of these individual bosses, so we're just going to kind of have to wing it as we go along. But other than that, I could talk a little bit about what I was doing off camera. The biggest thing that I wanted to note that I was doing off camera was a lot of the Book of 1000. I ended up losing a day though because like I've kind of mentioned before with my coughs and everything, I have been very sick, and I'm finally at a point where I could actually comfortably do a stream without too much worry. You know, I thought that this one was gonna be maybe engaging is not the correct verbiage I'd use here. All right, let's just use the Beast Awakening then, because the Temp Projector was kind of disappointing. I thought when it was going to get lower on HP that it was going to try to do anything remotely different. I mean, I'll take an easier fight. And I accidentally booped my microphone. Oopsie.
Is it you? Yes. Let's go. If you're with me,
It had some... The Tempting Rose.
Let's go. I'll never lose my way again.
It has some...
Is with me.
Some interesting design nods to Mia, interestingly enough. But yes, we got the Tempting Rose for Entrance, which is his lost weapon, and you can already see how drastic of a difference it is on his stats. And it has the ability Charming Smile. Increased chances to Rengeki, as well as just adding charm to regular attacks, which I think is the bigger thing to kind of keep in mind. So we are also going to take care of Adelise while we're here. Hers is one of the cheaper ones, thankfully. We shouldn't have enough yeah, we shouldn't have enough keys to get everybody. At least not off the top of my head. Because we can only get 5 of these lost weapons. Because it's these 5. A set of fans to a party member we don't have. And then one of them was Ovan's. Or would be Ovan's.
Let's do it.
Right.
Bring it on.
I didn't like the way that Adelie was standing there. All right, Mirage Banisher. So I don't know if these guys are more susceptible to any specific status ailment or what have you, but all right, Adelie, I'm gonna put you on free will. I don't need her pocket healing right now. I have more than enough HP to go around. Oh, the Mirage Banisher is about to go. Oh, the charm procced.
I guess we did it.
You know, I called these super bosses, and I mean, I guess I was supposed to take care of these before I hit level 100, so that way I could get more immediate mileage out of them. Oops. But it's not a big deal.
Are you me?
And I am thou art I.
I did it! Adelie is powered up! I promise I'll continue to be useful to you.
All right, Dancing Haze.
Let's get going, Haseo.
So, we've gotten these two's weapons. So, dazzling melody. So, her weapon doesn't have the alchemize bonus. We don't tend to cast spells with her anyway, but pretty much now with the customized, we don't necessarily need to worry about her getting interrupted. And I think that that is a larger deal. But while we're here, let's do some math. So we need 20. Sorry. So 20, 50, we won't be able to get that. So 20, 50, 65. They're diabolical for that. I need 1 key. Which is okay. That's fine. They're just diabolical for that. So, now that we have to go out into the... Let's go take care of something that I've been putting off practically the entire volume. We are going to finally take on the doppelganger. Now, there are a variety of strategies that I've seen come to mind when the doppelganger's been mentioned in like any capacity. But I'm not going to use any of the strategies. We're level 100. We're fully geared. It shouldn't be a huge deal. So one of the things that they mentioned, and I forgot which word it is, we may have to log out and double check. But if you add in the word moonlight to your area, the doppelganger should already be in the field. I forgot where specifically. Oh, hi, Fate Worm. That was an accident. Hi there. I hate that music. But yes. So the doppelganger knows just about everything that Haseo does. And we kind of have to be just pretty, you just have to be mindful of that. And you guys can kind of see how much damage he does. Okay, Jesus. He doesn't get staggered very easily, unfortunately. It's typically recommended that you have an awakening before you run to fight him. So I am going to switch to a broadsword, hopefully. Oh my god, homie's fast! I can't take advantage of the Rengeki. But this is going to be one of those moments where art spamming is probably going to be the wave. Okay. I understand. Oh, ow. Come on. Come on, we can do it. I'm glad that that, like, half worked. Hallelujah for Entrance's, Entrance's charm. That was part of the reason why I actually wanted his weapon before we did this fight. Alright, come on. So one of the things I am going to do Oops, I didn't mean to do that now. But the Beast Awakening is an easy way for him to not counter back.
You're not beautiful, not at all.
All right, so you guys already see we got Heinz Shadow and Heinz Invasion. Those are we got those for two reasons. The first of which, God, I really wish I knew like the words I was going to say. But those two items are your reward for defeating the doppelganger. Pretty much, they are very, very overpowered weapons. At least if you were going to use them for the narrative of Volume 2. I didn't want to use them for the story mode of Volume 2. So I didn't. But you may be wondering, we got dual blades, Heinz Invasion, and you can look at the abilities. 5% crit rate, lifesteal, and confusion on hit. And it's still a stronger weapon than the lit honey sign. And then Heinz Shadow, regular attacks have the target's HP, SP drain, and charm on hit. You may be wondering, hey, David, what about the scythe? Isn't there supposed to be a scythe too? That's what we're gonna get to. This game actually does have a bit of a requirement for you to defeat the doppelganger twice. So just to keep my end of things simple, we're just going to initiate the same area, and we're going to initiate the same fight. Even though where is he? Oh, is he over there? Oh, you were... Oh, ow, 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 ow. Okay. I forgot to switch off Chaotic Strike. Oops. Oh, using these also gives him the same passives. Ooh, I wish I knew that. That did like 600 damage. I'll have to just use my scythe for this. We have to... I didn't think that was something that could happen. All right, I'm gonna have to have Adley on pocket heal mode. Oh my god. All right. I want to use other weapons, but I messed up. No, you don't get to play the game. Adley's going crazy with it. All right, I inflicted confusion on him. Why is he so fast? Come on. Okay, Adelie, you need an item just in case. I'll use a fairy rain. He's already gained more health than I would like. There we go. And we get the Moonlight Faith and the Hind Zero. So, thankfully, we don't have to fight the doppelganger at least anymore for Volume 2. But as one can imagine, just because we finished in Volume 2 doesn't mean that he's gone for good. We still have, we'll still have to deal with the doppelganger in Volume 3. But we did get our last Hind's weapon, which does trade blows with the ticking death for which one would be the better one for Haseo to use. So it has attributes of both Hind's Invasion and Hind's Shadow. I like the ticking death a lot, but I think that having all three Hind's weapons on while we take care of the rest of the lost weapon bosses would be appropriate. We do want to try to make them on the easier side. So next one we're going to do is that we're going to do Kun. And then I think we'll do Pi as well. Sorry. I hate, if you guys are curious, I'm never been a very big proponent of like spook, like mood changing things like that. So, and you guys already know that I get put on edge very, very easily. So that's part of the reason why, like you guys are probably like, go just do it. For me, it's not that easy. All right, the 7th phase, go. As you guys have been seeing though, these fights aren't that bad. Even if I did them at level, they're not bad. I'm pretty sure they all have mechanics that are indicative of their respective phases, but unfortunately, we are far too strong for that now.
Right.
Bring it on!
All right, but yes, as you can see with the Hind's weapons, they are literally just the doppelganger's weapons. They do have a nice sustain mechanism in place, which I do really like. And my guess is that they are resistant to the extra effects of these weapons, or to some of the extra weapons. Since we have running a kind of a full offensive team, we're kind of doing a pretty good job. Okay, come on. Chaotic Strike. You know, all things considered, Haseo is doing a lot of damage if you think about it. Because I'm guessing that these bosses have like a certain degree of resistance to them that we're just kind of breaking through. But once the Beast Awakening comes through, it's done deal. Game over. I think I finished the fight before the ad finished. That's so awkward. Welcome on in, Kel. And yeah. Like I said, this is supposed to be a much easier day. It wasn't necessarily that these bosses were going to be like hard, huge time sinks. Well, except with maybe the doppelgangers region.
I'm such a fool to think that it was here all along.
No, it can't be. This is...
All of the camera angles of Pi.
There's no way. My older brother. Haseo, let's go.
All of the shots for Pi for her cutscene were insane. Did not be any allegation with those. But Stain Wing is her weapon. She has paralysis on her attacks and her crit rate goes up. So you guys can tell that there are a lot more status ailments to be inflicted with just the epitaph users alone. And then we have the bayonet. I love that it's highly recommended that you save. But I don't think it's a... I don't think we're running into that big of an issue. I am gonna start skipping the other two though, just because it just is the person whose weapon it's for is like, let's go, Haseo. Let's do the thing, Haseo. Let's go have dinner together, Haseo. But yeah, the sealed beasts honestly were there was an opportunity there to make some very cool bosses. Just unfortunately, not only am I just over leveled for this. Actually, you know what? Kel, you're right. Let's go commit tax fraud, Haseo. Let's go burn down the store down the street. Let's okay. Oh, did I inflict confusion on him? Alright, we have enough for our awakening, so this is gonna be where things take a turn for the worse for the boss. Oh!
I didn't even break a sweat.
Yeah! I know you didn't. What was that?
Oh, I get it. So that's how you can power up.
Dun da da da.
Biggest factor. I can help everyone.
Silent Jade.
Go, Haseo. Let's bring back a world where everyone can laugh again.
Pies so far has been the most interesting one to catch. With regard to like whichever detail that you wanted to pick up on. Silent J is going to be a big upgrade for Kun because he's only been required in like one story encounter. With Green Gift. Green Gift is actually a very powerful crit and damage. Holy mackerel. That is a very powerful one in general. All right. The last one we do have is for Sakubo. And we can bring either Saku or Bo. Or both. Or neither. Well, actually, no. One of them has to come with. I've been giving Saku a lot of love. So I think I'll bring Saku. Maybe I'll bring Bo. Jeez. And then Pyrrhus is the one lagging behind the most on levels of the overall group. So we have Bo and Pyrrhus. Let's see here. I'll give Pyrrhus the dragon armor, and then I know that I don't need to worry that much about like what these guys have on for equipment. But you can kind of see like all the stuff that may have been on them before. Goodness. So let's see. For you, we'll do the iron shell. I guess anti-sleep and fire resist. And then you get the double. Actually, what am I doing? Yeah, the land snake is just gonna be better. And then he can keep on the watch for now. Okay. Hidden Forbidden Sacrament. Yeah, I think that's a sacrament. Okay. We have one more that we can get for now. And this is gonna be the final and probably one of the harder sealed beasts to fight. So just because we have had an easy time so far doesn't mean that all of them are going to be explicitly easy. And yeah, Kill, I mentioned very earlier on the stream that I was recovering from a sick episode.
Let's do it.
I'll do my best.
Here goes.
All right, let's get it. So something that's interesting about Saku and Bo's playstyles, by the way, is that I believe that's actually pretty indicative in the spells that they cast as well. Because I've yet to see Saku cast like that meteor spell unless if SP allowed. But as soon as I see like a big old like whirlpool, I mean not whirlpool, a tornado appear, it tends to be like game over for the boss. And why does Beast Awakening crank out the that's wild.
What's this? It's so big and warm. Saku? Is that you?
Now the dialogue is different if you choose to bring Saku to this fight instead of Bo. I don't remember how different.
I think I'm a lot more useful now.
But I imagine that some of the benefits that Infinite Spiral gives are gonna be slightly different. At least in comparison to, oh.
And Terrace. So, you've helped me yet again.
Yeah, all of our teammates are now probably notably stronger, at least all the Epitaph users. Haseo, whatever you do, don't lose sight of your hope, or yourself being happy in the future. Good luck. It would have been cool if they got his voice actor to just voice that line. That was Philo, wasn't it? Is he still alive? That can't be. After all, he already... Well, doesn't matter right now. Philo, rest in peace. I heard what you wanted to tell me.
Thanks, Philo.
Okay. So yeah, if that wasn't a big enough sign already, we won't be able to get the fourth phase's item, I guess. So that's just something to bear in mind. So for Bo, let's go on ahead and equip their weapon, which is Infinite Spiral. And attack spells are just going to be very, very potent on them. So they just get to do their job better. So we still have one last thing to do, and I say that we actually keep the screw. Or one thing that we're kind of officially slated to do. I knew we didn't have I knew that we didn't have a ton. Just as a sidebar. All right. I'm gonna keep one for Gaspar. Because we still need to make money. I don't want y'all to forget. Money is what makes the world go, pun intended, the world go round. So even though this broadsword is technically stronger in terms of like the physical attack increase, the effects of the other weapon are going to be what really kind of set the two apart. So, we have Invasion of Super Beings. We're not going to go in with the healer, but I don't think we need to. We need to head over to Clouding Invincible Huge Being. Can you believe that there's already like not that much left to do with regard to Volume 2? I think that's crazy to think about. All right. As you can see, we are also over leveled for this. We really shouldn't be having any problem with the very end of the game. That's why I was just like, all right, let's see. Oh, this is a whole area. Oh. Why are you here? Should intruders be in this room, my voice will play back. I am Hazubi Havashi, the Decomposed. You've not been invited here. You who would interfere with our plans, I command you. Rot and die. Yeah, the fact that I do have the ability to put sleep on to targets. Yeah, you don't even really have much of a chance, buddy. But my brain keeps thinking that that's like a giant elephant trunk. The anchor mouth thing. Should this cadaver be broken, this message will be played back. You who are fated to someday rot, very well come. I shall ascertain your bravery for myself. If you are brave enough to know your ancestors' misconduct for yourself.
What's misconduct mean?
I forgot that they have unique dialogue. Totally forgot. So we could do a thorough clear of the dungeon, but there isn't really too much left for us in Volume 2 specifically. So it might be within our best interest to just kind of keep things pushing along. We may take fights here and there, but that is mostly because, what's it called? We unfortunately still have one book left. All right, Shellbreaker. If you're wondering, I also have like a bit of a disdain for the scissor bites specifically, actually. So sometime this weekend, I was working on getting the Book of 1,000. You know, no big deal. But what ended up happening was, I couldn't find a scissor bite to save my life. Like, I was just searching all over and I just was not finding one. Okay, so it's a chance thing. And all it turned out was that I just because I was missing a few words. And while I did finally find one, The fact that they were just like right here sitting in front of my face. Like, I hate this game. Okay, so what do we got here? Platform rest. Keep ourselves nice and healthy. Okay, I'm guessing we have another bodyguard of sorts. Hello? Anybody out here? I mean, I could just go straight. Like, I have no problem with that. But I do want this chest, though. Not because I actually needed it, but just because it was there. So I think it's going to be in our best interest just to keep going straight for the sake of this boss and encounter, probably. That would make the most sense, I would think. And also the Chim Factory thing was just not in an ideal location. All right, let's use Hind's Shadow. Ooh, nice. The site is just very good just because the guaranteed imagine if I knew any words, but the guaranteed HP and SP drip is just very beneficial. I've been waiting for you, foolish ones. The egg has long since been hatched. Come, we'll show you the egg's true form. Oh, you teleported us.
This is Morigu Barrow?
Long ago, our master dug that egg out of the ground by pure chance. After he studied the egg, he sealed it away and told Iliad to look after it. Our master understood the egg's true identity and the power it holds. It was long ago, when gods were at war. The invincible living weapon the humans had created. A man-made monstrosity that fed on the energy of its surroundings to grow. Your ancestors left this wonderful thing as their legacy. With this, it'll be a simple matter to gather enough souls for Lord Cernunnos' return. Now, see for yourselves. Thou of the old world, thou who wishes to awaken. In the name of our Lord and Master Cernunnos, we commend you. Come forth. Come forth. Come forth. The one sin. That's a big guy. Yeah, that's a big guy. The one sin is not just the name of a simple monster. It changes its attributes to match its enemies and nullifies their attacks. The ultimate defensive power. And a living weapon that possesses that power, that is the one sin. Although we were only able to get the nucleus of light and dark, it was more than enough. Now see this overwhelming superpower for yourself. do it, the one sin. What? You fools. It's all because those without sufficient power take things too far. Oh. You mean it doesn't recognize us, the ones who allowed it to hatch? We are the ones who brought you back to life! In other words, we're practically your parent. Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, you've got guts challenging me like this, and I respect that. Ah! He's coming.
Alright, let's do it. Wait, why did... Okay. So it needs light or dark. I kind of wish I still had those types of attacks on me. Let's see. So we have Lazos. So do we want to... Or do we want to maybe switch to Divine Awakening? See, this is what happens when you go into a fight completely blind and you have no idea what to expect at all. So I think with Bow... Okay. Can we maybe break the barrier? Because if we could break the barrier, possibly. Oh, the status ailments? Its centerpiece is open. Oh, maybe it's just saying hit the light side and the dark side. Oops. Well, I now understand. Oh, that was painful. All right, which side's open? Okay. Oh, God. Having some sort of native sustain like this is always just nice. Okay, so swap to dark side. I'm just gonna guard. I had no idea what to expect from that. All right, did it just switch sides or okay? Core's open. This should be enough to do it if I had to guess. Well, let's finish it off in style. Reaper's Touch. See, the fight wasn't bad. Just wasn't expecting I thought that it was actually like you actually had to have light and dark attack, since that was one of the things that was like it's an element.
We did it! We beat it!
We did it! We did it! We did it! Yay! We beat it!
That was a ridiculous monster. All right, I guess that should take care of the egg quest. Humpty Dumpty underwater.
We did it! What a nice little scenic battlefield, though. All right. So there was not a quest NPC, unless if the NPC is now the... Nope. We got a lot of stuff from that. So the Text of Power, which can easily go on Haseo. The Book of Power, which can easily go on Haseo. And the Book of Stamina, which, because we're going to do the nerf later, should go on Haseo. He can use a strong enough foundation before the nerf. You don't need a medic badge. How many do you got? 30. I don't think I need that many. But with that, I believe we actually have handled like all the combat challenges for the game, because realistically, we could ultimately, we still have a little bit left to do. We still have the campaigns, which I'm pretty sure I'm done with the majority of them, if I had to take a guess. However, we still have the chaotic PKs. I know that much because I've only ever fought 2. And then the rest have refused to spawn. I forget if the Berserker keyword is guaranteed battle area or guaranteed chaotic peak. Because I would feel very silly if it was guaranteed chaotic PK. But yes, looking at the Book of 1000, you guys can see that I'm pretty much just need to do battles. And a lot of battles. So that'll take a little bit of time. And now we can head over to the other city, and then let's actually get a proper status update on where we are with regards to the different campaigns, because I've helped out Mecha Grunty a ton, which has meant that I've had to kick a lot of chim-chims. And there has been a nice handful of battle arenas, but not all of them have been chaotic PKs. So, let's start easy. Chim Kicker side quest. Well, actually, let's start even simpler. PvP. I mean, not PvP. Dingo over here. We still need to fight 30 more. But there's still 4 more chaotic PKs out there. And a lot of the rest of the streams is going to be spent finishing campaigns. Almost done with Chim Kicker. Reflex scroll, repeal scroll. Oh yes, I finally fought my first set of Chim Assassins off camera earlier. The indicator for them appearing is a little spooky, by the way. Alright. I know for Mecha Grunty specifically, we are definitely not done. And that's fine. Okay. And then lucky animals are gonna be ones that I'm probably gonna have to do off camera because they require very specific search. So we still have a little bits of a ways to go with all of them. Do I even want to go all the way to Lucky Animals? Because before you finish the campaign for Lucky Animals, I believe you still also have to you still have to hit all the Lucky Animals and unlucky ones at least once. So that's something to bear in mind. We still have a nice fair bit to acquire as far as Lucky Animals and everything goes. So we're gonna do this the easiest, a relatively easier way. If we put in our party 3 level 100 characters, that means ultimately the average level of our party should be 100, because 300 divided by 3. Go figure. Math. But what that means is that we have a bit of a stable foundation when it comes to target farming Lucky Animals. So that is one of the other things that we're going to tackle. But thankfully, my brain unfortunately works, and there is actually one other thing that we can do here before I forget. Because we are actually missing a set of wallpapers. If we head to the Serpent of Lore, you guys remember when I did this last time? We have a couple of Avatar rematches that we need to take care of as per Volume 2. That was my bad. Totally forgot. Alright, we fought a Gatekeeper before. Gatekeeper is just if Anna was harder to fight. So Gatekeeper isn't going to be too bad. I still think that this is very gross looking. And remember Skate's power. Oh, that's interesting. I realized that I don't know if you guys noticed, but they took away my third job. I was so used to having like the extra perks that when I saw the sorry, my brain's not working. When I didn't see the 4th attack, I was like, oh, that's odd. Okay. Sidestep out of the way. Thankfully, like I said, Gatekeeper is not that much more difficult or easy. The Ida theme song kind of creepy. All right, nice. Got the project break. Oh, that's annoying. There we go. And as we continue to beat more and more of these guys, oh, right. Gory had a unique theme. It also feels kind of weird that Haseo doesn't have the little tail anymore. After just going from having it to not. But it didn't feel like there was as many Avatar fights as I thought there was going to be. All right, dodge, 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 dodge. Come on, get close. It's this. I think this is probably one of the more interesting phase battles, by the way, because I think thematically speaking, it's very well done. Because there's a definitive moment where you could tell that like Saku and her line of attacks make sense, and then Bo and his line of attacks also makes sense. You could tell that the more bashful, I guess. The more bashful nature of the two shows a lot more with Saku's half. And then Bo's is, you could tell that like with Bo's, it's very clear that there's supposed to be a little bit more of a childlike wonder to it with like the bubbles and everything. Okay, that was whack. All right, come on, get out of the way. Ooh, let's not get hit by that move, whatever move it is. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. Make it over there. There we go. We're not, I'll say I'm not getting data drained a second time. Okay. Stay back. All right, we have Oswald now, which was the Ida that infected Bordeaux. Big old spider. With the camera all extra zoomed in. And for what? Dodge. Ooh. I messed up that combo. I missed a hit. I think one thing that would have been lovely for an Avatar fight for Haseo. All right. So this one you don't want to dash. Oh, so you don't want to try to dash all willy-nilly. There is a partial rhyme or reason to how you're supposed to handle dodging that. I'm just not good at it. Okay. Come on, Oswald. You know, it'd actually be cool if I remember sometime down the line to do a time comparison between the first time I fought something with the Avatar versus the end, just to show how big of a difference the level gap actually put how big the level gap actually puts into place. All right, come on. Like I said, normally I wouldn't mind as much, but the camera having to be as close as we are to Oswald is kind of wild. Nope, no arachno trap though. And thankfully it has a big old hitbox, so I'm not even worried. Next is Helen. This was the Ida that stole Adelie's epitaph from way back when, and then eventually infected Sirius. Oh, that's foul. How was I supposed to know you were gonna do that? You dodge out of the way. Yeah, how were we supposed to know that you were gonna do that? That was cheap. Okay, now that was just toxic. I should have suspected from an Ida named Helen. Okay. All right. Come on, come on. Also, I think one of the things that you guys may have noticed that I'm also not as afraid to take a hit, but I think a lot of that is because it's faster to take a hit rather than... Okay, you can't just... Okay, sometimes it is faster to take a hit. I guess this fish wanted to prove the point that it's sometimes not always faster to take a hit. And remember, it's big. So didn't really have to worry about the hitbox. Next we have Reminisce. Okay. No. And we got to listen to these lovely voice lines again. Oh, haze of treason? That was a new one. I was trying to hope for like to create. I'm glad that you want me to. I'm just saying that I'm not particularly interested right this moment. You see, you got those black orbs around you, and I don't think that's good for your digital health. So yeah. Let's not get grabbed. It's crazy that you basically could never actually stun Reminisce, but... Ooh, this has been a little rough. Okay, thank goodness we got this like roughly ironed out. I've taken a lot of damage here. Like, it's not like I'm trying to I'm not trying to like get like super hit. Everything just hurts. Okay. No, not this time. Okay, you can't just start confusing flight like right in front of me like that. All right, no data drain. Come on, get the protect break, please. Okay, I didn't care that I took another hit there. I just wanted the protect break. I missed. I missed twice. Okay, there we go. Goodness. Where was I? Apparently not here. And now Corbinek. Ovons. Okay. I'm getting like a nice little like secondary appreciation for a lot of the themes for all the different phases. It would have been cool if we got like a scathed mirror match. Right. Oh, oops. That was on me.
Surpass your limits.
All right. Hey, there we go.
We understand each other.
I'm trying to keep it easier. I love that the attack still went after Corbinek, even though I was not even looking in nearly the right direction. No, we don't need to. We don't need to go through all that. All right, come on. Yeah, these guys needed a variety. They needed more voice lines. Trying to lead them into your shots, because that's actually one of the things that I was trying to figure out with Corbinic is because of his super small frame,
This is the truth you desire.
how polite, Corbinic. You waited for me.
Into your eyes. Burn into your eyes.
Goodness, getting the stun off on him is just ridiculous. Oh, if you're too close, there's no way to dodge it. Got it. So that makes sense. I mean, I understand that you want me to surpass you.
This is the truth you desire.
Come on, come on. Okay. That was just rude. Is this the last combo before? No, he still has a combo left in him. Protect, break. All right, what are we working with now? There we go. He normally shoots them out in bursts of 3, is what I noticed. So that's why I kind of adjusted accordingly. And there you go. With that, I think we got a vast majority of the, if not all the wallpapers. Because that, I don't know why I normally save those avatar rematches till the end. Wait, let's, oh, this is probably, oh, Return of the One Sin. Okay, so we still have more to do. Okay. Oh, they probably have more elements or whatever. Surprisingly, like, there's a lot of post-game to this game. Even considering that I've taken out like a lot of the grindy bits. It's kind of crazy. But that's not to say that it's a bad. Let's head to Doldona. Seems like we still have another quest to go. So we've already used those two. Why don't we bring Pie? And then we'll bring Adelie for this attempt. I don't know if we need to accept another quest before we head out. Okay, no. So then we're mostly as ready can be. Ready as ready can be. Oh, sorry, I had some song by Tennis stuck in my head. But why did it come back? Well, I love that it's just here and ready. So I imagine that it follows a similar fighting philosophy. Oh, ow. Okay, so you hurt more. Wait, why did you hurt me a crap ton? But then Adelie just looked at it and was just like, huh. Okay, Chaotic Strike. So I'm imagining that this is supposed to be a much more difficult version of the One Sin, given its greater stat profile. All right, let's get in there. Come on, come on. Chaotic Strike's not bad. All right, wait, get out the way, team. Pie nearly kicked the bucket there. Goodness. All right, come on, come on, come on. All right, work to the other side. Okay. All right, we expose the core. Got to keep delivering as much damage as we can. All right, Divine Awakening. All right, let's see how far we can get with this possible blade in 4 seconds. 44. And let's let the animation play out. We haven't let it play out in a little while. Am I crazy or did that not do too much? This will reset. Oh, it didn't reset the awakening. Cool. We gotta get out the way. All right, we have one more cycle. With the lifesteal that's on these, like, it really isn't all that necessary to actually for Haseo to need a healer. I'm gonna use this on Adelie just to there we go. I keep forgetting that she actually prepares with her own items, which helps. And, oh yeah, and so does Pi. All right, block. Okay. I'm just looking at Pi. That Pi is Adelie's poor SP. Mind you, this is after, like, I think, I don't even know what Adelie has on her end that. All right, there we go. Come on, come on. There we go. God Eater was more difficult than I thought, but we got the rainbow scale for our trouble. I'll take it. So the rainbow scale is likely gonna be Haseo's best equipment. Yeah, because look at the stats. And the passive of just decrease all attack damage. So that includes spells and everything as well. That's gonna be Haseo's best for, obviously, for the rest of the game. So let's see. As far as I recall, though, there isn't too much left. So we have a little bit of more grindy things to do between now and Volume 3. So that's what we're going to be focusing on for the rest of stream. As well as just tiny bits of cleanup here and there. Let me just go ahead and see if I have my little checklist somewhere. My brain's not remembering. Oh, right. There's also an accessory. Flickering scale. GP and luck. Which will probably be just, it's probably just good for me to have just all those on. But you guys can kind of see very quickly how much stronger Haseo's just entire setup is. Okay. With that in mind, I'm going to step away for just like a minute. And then afterwards we will talk about some strategies that I've been using to kind of help clear out the game. All right, so sorry about the wait. Anyway, let's talk about some of the stuff that we have left. So Lucky Animals is at the top of the list, unfortunately. So we need to more or less consider the average level of our party. Now, fortunately, we have a couple of party members who can be seen as just like level 100. So we'll use Saku and we'll use Matsu. This map. So if we go to the warp menu, and in every field, sorry, not every field, every digit in the ones column, so 0 through 9, and whether or not it's a field or a dungeon determines what lucky animal is going to be present. Now, we already have a couple of the lucky animals already, because we need to encounter all of them once. And because we need to encounter all of them once, it might be better to target what I have left rather than kind of hashing them out one by one. Unfortunately, we still have to also get the unlucky animals too. Okay. So let's see. I forgot, I typically cross-reference, two guides, which is why, why it's taking me a second, and I didn't fully plan out the post game because initially, once we had defeated the God Eater, we probably would have been done. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Sorry. Sometimes it just happens when you are under the weather. So we need to do the lucky data. Come on. Don't fail me now. There we go. I finally figured out. Okay. So, the reason why I wanted the average to basically be the same it'll be a lot easier this way. I'm just thinking about dinner all at the same time. And controller? You want to work now? There you go. So, like I mentioned before, what we really need is our party's average level and then a chart. So off to the side, my avatar is probably covering up some of this information. But the big thing that I need to pull away from this is which I'm kind of jotting down on Notepad right now. Is that I need to figure out which lucky animals I have not interacted with. Which isn't going to be too bad. Because thankfully on our journey, we've actually ran into a solid percentage of these lucky animals already. And a lot of these are just refreshers from volume. But we definitely at least have to pick 5 unique ones. No, I realize that you guys could also be keeping track of you guys look at all the wait. Oh, whoops. So it's Baku. Oh, okay. Got it. I figured out what I was doing wrong. Unfortunately, we also still have to go through and deal with the unlucky animals as well. Kind of one of those more so it is what it is situations. But thankfully, the white malice cat is one that we don't have to deal with in this one. Oh, whoops. There we go. If you're wondering, yes, you could very easily tell the difference between an unlucky animal and a lucky one, so there's not too much to worry about there. Anywho. I think I got my list. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, because I have so many question marks, this is like messing with my brain. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we still have 10. So I have a lot of battles to do to finish the book. So I have a lot of mech runnies to save. And so I'll have a lot of fights to fight. It is what it is. We're going to be doing a lot of the stuff on the Delta server, at least for right now. Just because we're really only here for the lucky animals. But if there's a battle arena nearby, then like it's nearby. So I'll show you guys the way that I had fun doing this the last time that I did this. So what I like doing, funnily enough, is it's a pretty simple method, actually. It's one of the few times that this feature is going to come into play. Random. So when we hit stop, we see that we have D1. Oh, sorry, F1. And so naturally, if my chart was, completely ready, then we'd be golden. But it's not. So we're living our best life. And 1 is one of the few that we actually don't need. So let's try again. So this is F2, 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 F2. Nope, I need a D2, but not an F2. Nope. I don't have a lot of Fs left. D5. Nope, no D5. F6. Nope. Wow, my luck today is awful with it. F9. Funnily enough, if I had just did it like top down in like my own personal list, would have been very similar results.
Small fry, huh? Let's smash him up.
Oh, these poor mobs. They truly did not ask for what happened there. So just as a reminder, want to make sure that we're around long enough to like adequately investigate the area, but not here so long that like the Chim Assassin, Doppelganger, things of that nature don't spawn. Alright. Oh! Saki, you did not have to do him that dirty. So it looks like I already see the gold bird. This means I did copy down the right chart. So yeah, we have a lot more treasure chests accessible in this area, but I don't really care right this moment.
Oh well.
Gym sphere, please. Gym spheres, 120% resupply.
And that's all we're here for. But this gives you guys a lot of insight on what I do off camera. No F6. D3. Unfortunately, it is a yes. I'm not particularly thrilled because unlucky animals tend to be a bit more of a pain. Because you have to kick them 3 times instead of once. And they typically are in those like sections that are close to like platforms. And you guys will see me try to avoid combat when possible. Just because at the level that these guys are at,
You're open.
like, sure, I can get the surprise attack, which is worth some points in context of the book. I just think time to effort ratio is not
This is a
great.
piece of cake.
However, one can argue that I should just fight anyway. Just because it adds up. And I don't have enough for Mecha Grunty, so we're just gonna keep it pushing. Could I have sat and kept it pushing? Oh yeah. Or kept the grind going? Sure. Oh. Every time I see a number over like 1,000, I'm like, Saku. Why are you doing them like that? So yeah, pretty much the big thing that we're looking for while we're hunting for this unlucky animal here is as my brain is failing me, the lucky battles tend to have that music note. Be like, I'm still being silly and moving along, going about my day. The other ones will look like I'm annoyed. Why are we here? Nice.
You can come back when you've grown up.
I'm actually gonna have to stop and get Chims here in a bit. Which is annoying. Luckily, there are those, okay, I see how this works. There are those trees that I really like using for Chims. I haven't been broke on Chims in forever. Because even through like the grinding, the area with the like trapdoors in the Indiana Jones folder. Don't ask me why I dubbed it the Indiana Jones one. My brain just... Anyway. That area, I think, has probably been my most consistent place to farm chips. I think a lot of it is just because it's actually not bad. Oh, finally! Finally, another chaotic PK. I've been looking for another one of you forever. And that's why we're just gonna turn on Beast Awakening and just tear you a new one.
Didn't even break a sweat. Okay, tough guys.
Oh, darn. Oh. I'm so certain that all these enemies' magic stats are just like in the toilet. So yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah. That's basically what you have to do. Moving toward us. Come on, turn fully around. And then we kick it a second time. And there you go. Sorry. These guys looked very familiar. And I couldn't remember why. Go flex on the giant spinning wheel. F5. Nope. D3 just did. That's a no on the D6. Babe, I got D7. No, check our animal radar. Okay, so the new way is here. It's on the first floor. But I am gonna try to get some chims. Hey, get back here. That's the nice thing about fighting a new way in specific. Because that summons a king chim. So not bad. Like one wave of chim-chims down, you see you're kicking around. Tell me that you'll see. So now we can get Mecha Grunty if we do stumble among him along the way. But yeah. Now you guys know the secret. The problem is that obviously the higher you are on chims, unfortunately the more likely that the assassins go after you, so just something to keep in mind. D4. D4 is a yes. All right. So what I am gonna do is I'm gonna take one of the simple fortunes because we don't need the GP and stuff right now. But I'm gonna put on those two oils again, and I'm gonna be using the speed talisman. This will likely be our go-to method with regard to how traverse through these different dungeons and such a lot more quickly. As for fights, you guys already know that I am going to take them, but one art with the scythe should clear out most packs of mobs. God, I feel so fast. I'll be real. I already forgot what floor it's on. Actually, yeah. What floor is it on? Oh, the 4th floor? God, it's one of these. All right, the good news is that because I carry an obscene amount of fairy orbs with me, making it to the 4th floor is going to be easier. But man, I hate it when the game does that. But could you But, you know, you ever imagine that it's taken me about... If you think about it, it's taken me almost the entirety of 2 of these games for Chim Assassins to spawn to come after me. I'm gonna think about that a lot. So, I do think... Oh, this is gonna trap us. I do think that it is up. And thankfully... Alright, come on. I don't know what the Baku's supposed to be. And I'm gonna take a recovery set. Because I really don't need the attack set. But I hope you guys can understand how quickly this is actually going along for us to actually do. F3. Of course. F3 is an unlucky animal. And what do you know? It was an unlucky animal and there was a Mecha Grunty here. And we get a partial refund for our troubles. See, I'll take that. And yep, and we're almost done with all the cursed animals. So we actually have I been saying D2? No, I've been saying F2's been not the one we want. Well, I hope I've been saying that because that's what I've been meaning.
Small fry, huh? Let's smash him up.
Oh, that's so sad. You got to watch your friends suffer and I didn't get to include you. Don't worry though. Masayo's hands have always been rated E for everyone, whether they like it or not. Alright, trapdoor. Honestly, I think it's actually faster for me to just... Yeah, it's faster for me to just use my regular just attack button rather than... Oh, that's sad. It's just faster for me to just use my regular attack button. Okay. As you guys have noticed, hugging the wall tends to be the strat.
I remember this.
Alright, 40. That did take a lot of chims, but it's not the end of the world. Because for some reason, they store chims in these statues. And then you hit the gold mine like this. And then now... now you don't have to worry about chims. And we got you, the Chilin. I really hope that is how you pronounce it. Oh, this is a trapdoor. Dang it. Oh, nice. I'll say good job, Kelb. I'm glad you finally figured out the one try situation. I know that you mentioned it to me before a while back about that just being a pain to figure out. Okay. You know, Signalist, I'm pretty sure this is like the 5th time I've saved you. You gotta stop either playing with the wrong people or running into the wrong crowds, because it's not doing anything for you. Anywho, the Chilin done. So we need F4, D8, D9. I hope I didn't say D9. I think I did say D9 before. Oops. So F4, F3 and 4, and D9 and 8. Nope. Nope. I know that I'm probably better off just manually trying to find it, but I don't know. There's some thrill about using like the random. And I'm going to take these coupons. Because if anything... Oh, I hate it here. And of course you're on the 3rd floor. All right. Where's that speed talisman? I think that's so hilarious though. The whole, oh no, you caught me. Let's shoot missiles. Hey, welcome on in. Ooh, another Mecha Grunty. Let's save you. All right, let's see. We're gonna have to get rid of you regardless, because I think I'm gonna have to run into a battle with you either way. So how does this sword's one-shotting work? Oh, I remember Calc 2. Calc 2 was miserable. If the curriculum was similar to mine, I hope you ever tried learning integrals without having a core foundation of derivatives. That was fun. Because what had happened to me is that I think I was sick or something, and I missed the entire lecture on derivatives, and I think I was just forever lost on derivatives for the entirety, like Calc 1. You know, that's a fair point. armed. That is a very fair point. Okay, so I need to make a left turn and then it's either going to be towards the front or towards the back. Okay. All the... Okay. Yeah, I'd imagine that Google just tutorials online, like the whole song and dance was probably like your best friend for some time while you were getting accustomed to everything.
This is a piece of cake.
And they were probably sitting there like, I think my biggest your professors probably hit you all with the, didn't you learn this in high school? Yeah, sure. But high school for me was you know, what years again? Oh yeah, 2026? Yeah. More than 10 years ago. And I haven't had to use these skills in a hot minute. I get it. But it is what it is. You survived. Oh yeah, that is one thing that could definitely that could definitely help. I was thankfully in, well, I shouldn't say thankfully. I was in the era of pre-AI solutions. So like I had friends who just had oh yep. Okay, hold on for 1 second. F4. So let's see. We'll keep it a field. Can I get a 4? You know what? We got a 3. Oh, now you want to put whatever. Why does this look so familiar? Okay, let's head into the battle area first because we still need to deal with chaotic PKs where we can. Oh, sorry. I mean, helping obligatory random strangers where we can. Good. All right, you got the high wolf. We have 2 more lucky animals, by the way. Before we are, I guess, officially done with doing all this. Or at least officially done with hunting all of the unique ones. Okay. So we need D9 or F3. Well, found F3 first. Well, thankfully, we're in the post game, so all the all the story bits and pieces are all good and done with. But also the fun thing about this at the end of the day is that this is one of those game within a games as well. So I'm a person playing an MMO. You know Sword Art Online? Just dial that back to like 2006.
This is a piece of cake.
Yeah, and then you get dot hack. So we're playing with a little bit of PS2 jank, or PS2 style jank, because this is the HD re-release. Where's this stupid two-tailed fox? Is that you over there? No, that's Mecha Grunty. But yeah, we're basically, you missed me fighting all the super bosses earlier. Yeah, I don't mind PS2 jank as much, but I can't do PS1. I can't do it. Okay, so that was another Malice cat. That was supposed to be a two-tailed fox.
It's that again.
Please eject chips.
That's not good. Oh, I wrote down the wrong note. That'll do it. Two-tailed fox is F7. Kelp, I never said that I was professional. Where'd you get that idea from? Okay. Let's see. Another Mecha Grunty. I don't think I have enough chims right this second, so I'll circle back. Not you both ganging up on me, Jesus. I only know what I'm doing some of the time.
Put your backs into it.
But I love that this still also has a little bit of the MMO charm of, oh, remember that one side quest that you said you would do like 3 weeks ago, and now you're like 70 levels higher? Yeah, well, that side quest was important to the story, so go do it. That's the vibe that I'm getting from me, like, setting aside time to do this. But yeah, we're going for a bit of a completionist approach, so if I wasn't doing a completionist approach, I would have started the next game in the franchise, because this is the HD collection of them. All right. Two-tailed fox. There we go. So moving forward, we do not have to interact with unlucky animals if we do not want to, because that was the last one that we had to go on the offensive for. In total, that's a good question. there is the original quadrilogy of games. There is the GU trilogy, which I'm currently playing. There's Dot Hack Quantum, which was like a console MMO. Oh no, Dot Hack Fragment, that's what it's called, Dot Hack Fragment. So that's 8 so far. 9 would be Dot Hack Link. Now, before you get to Panic, the first 4 games and the 3 games that I'm playing are separate enough to where, like, you'd see, oh, haha, cool reference. Otherwise, the GU trilogy and the original quadrilogy are separate. Hence why I didn't start with the original quadrilogy. Yeah, it's close. It's closer to like Final Fantasy. But yeah, off of memory, there are 9 games, and then 10 if you want to count this HD if you want to call this HD re-release its own game. Okay. Last one that we need is D9. Well, thankfully for you, I think some companies are putting more efforts into their there are some more companies that are starting to put more effort into their UIs, at least as of late. Mostly because okay, hold on. In the first block, I think I know where it's gonna spawn. Okay. A lot of it's the I would say some games that are in my realm normally, so in the JRPG space, have been trying to at least be a little bit more, not revolutionary, but like the UI has a design direction. And the reason why I bring that up is because a lot of the at least the pep in people's steps, I would probably say is Persona 5 had a much larger influence on the market, and I even saw it at least be pushed a step further when Metaphor ReFantazio released. But there's also, like you said, on the other side of the spectrum, where it's either a text menu or it looks like you're surfing on Hulu. Which some people can make the argument that people aren't going to stay in the people aren't going to stay in the UI, like the menu, for that long. I'm gonna send her that. Working on these affection things, but no, I 100% get what you mean. Was the Grim Reaper Rondo one of the ones that I've been missing? Yeah, there's also a trading card game, but all of it is practically it's all like auto played, just so that like you put some cards in and then you say go. But because the completionist in me, there is a side quest with it. Yep. And once again, you have to choose the answers that make you seem slightly engaged with the character. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to be missing some accessories because I don't want to... I know what's going to happen for the last bit of this game, and it's going to be upsetting. It's true. This game actually went little off the rockers for a little while. This is because the next game is actually going to be probably the climax of it all. No, we're just gonna trash that. And I'm excited to play the third game. I just know that actually before I turn this in, I need to sell stuff. Thankfully, these are items that I just universally do not care about. And now, do I have anything else that I immediately don't care about? Actually, wait, I do. And yes, once we turn in these last two quests, that's when I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up, just as a little bit of a heads up for everybody. Since I know that it's about my normal wrapping up time. Yeah. Not wrong. We got the Dawn Chim Chim. So we are done with that least. Oh! Hey! Jake, thank you for the raid. Oh my goodness. I was like, how was your stream? I think I saw you playing Tamagotchi Life earlier. Okay, well, maybe I could go for a little bit longer. Just a little bit. I like your raid message. It's cute. Ooh, Alice Madness Returns. That's been on my radar for a little while, at least to watch. I was finishing up some side quests that I was turning in, and then I was going to. But normally, if there's a raid, and I normally like to stay on for a little bit longer, meet some people, say hello. But for those of you guys who are new here, my name is David. You can call me Zen, or well, I'm gonna be going by my avatar's name here soon enough, Kieran. But I play a lot of video games, primarily JRPGs nowadays, and we've been playing the dot hack GU last Recode collection with the tiny bits of adjustments here and there. Like, easiest example is that I nerfed Taseo's stats to be our main character here to be more yeah, no worries. I'll say you have a good rest of your evening, okay, Jake? And also, you guys need to go see Jake and their content. They are wonderful. And also make sure you use the correct pronouns. They go by they, them. That's important. I will, if you don't, I'll find you and I'll fight. And also, if you guys hear me cough a little bit here and there, I am still just barely, I had gotten really sick over the weekend, and I'm finally I'm finally at a point where like I can function. But yeah, this game's got it all. Now I'm selling things on the market to make money. Okay, there we go. Is there anything else that I immediately need? We're... Hey. I'm... Thankfully, the game thought about that and at least made the rate at which you like can put stuff on the market that much it's a lot more controlled than what you would think. Because think about it, I'm level 100. I can only put 10 items on the market at a time. Was the shallow wit one of my accessories that I was missing? Of course not. I already have it. Thanks, game. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, but yeah, I can only sell up to 10 items right now. Yeah, I don't actually remember the cap off the top of my head. Yeah, I think the highest I'll ever be able to go is like 15 items. That sounds all right. But let's see. There is an item that I'm missing from the item journal. So let's see if we can find it. And thankfully I wrote down all the words. And one thing that I actually really like about .hack, at least just from like a very like surface level type of thing, is that I actually really enjoy the fact that a lot of the levels in this are very much so procedurally generated outside of whichever areas are important to the narrative. And I bring that up because you may have seen, just albeit briefly, the I was selecting. Was there a dude just wait? Okay, that was toxic first and foremost. But you were basically able to see that I every area in this game is composed of three words or three phrases. So, like, for example, the one that I just did here was Hailing Aster's Dark Horse or something like that. What does it all mean? Who knows? I mean that in the most serious way possible. Was it? Oh, I need Staff Angel. Yet all I'm getting are Broad Angels. So let's see. I mean, they might be in the chest. Yeah. And it's by design as well. Because for example, one of these secret / super bosses of the game, the doppelganger, which I fought earlier, when I beat the game, they gave me a keyword Moonlight, which guarantees that the doppelganger is already spawned on the map. Before, you had to wait like 5 or 10 minutes doing practically nothing on the map. That's what you initially had to do before. So it is 100% by design for it to act like that. Oh no, it was, because in the first game, they didn't have the foresight that a player would want access to that immediately. But I think it was treated more like a secret, more so than like something you were initially intended to fight. All right, let's take you out, Mr. You know, you can look the other direction still. I don't think I'm interested in like what this thing has to offer. Yeah, same energy. But okay. As you already know, I still do need some chip. Oh, there's the Mecha Grunty. Yeah, Mecha Grunties are still I'm still a little bit of a ways off before I am done with the campaign. I think once... Apparently I'm supposed to just know once he stops appearing, but... I don't really pay attention to small nods and details like that. I'm very much so a... let me know when I hit the correct number of successful instances, I guess. But at the time, though, and why I really do like this franchise a lot, is that at least for its time, this franchise actually did put a lot of effort into trying to make it feel as immersive as it could be for that time. Wait, did I just get the Staff Angel there and I was so used to mashing buttons? I did. You know what? That works. That works. Okay. Well, either way though, if you guys want, I do stream every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, starting at about 6 p.m. Pacific. But I will be basically trying to wrap up this game off camera, and then from there we'll be starting volume 3, ideally tomorrow. Just fingers crossed on that. Anywho, I do appreciate all you guys for coming in and watching, and I'll see you guys next time. You guys have a fantastic night, where tomorrow we'll hopefully be starting Volume 3. The original finale to the franchise.